Everyone wants to be seen. Everyone wants to be heard. But you're not everyone. You're here to master yourself, not prove yourself. Let the world sleep on you. Let them talk. Let them laugh. Because when the time comes, you'll return quietly, unshaken, and unstoppable. Welcome to Stoic Mastery, where you learn the art of inner power, emotional control, and becoming unfuckwithable. If you're ready to silence the noise and build an iron mind, subscribe now. Hit that bell icon, because the old you, he's gone. This is the rise of the disciplined, the silent, the relentless. This is Stoic Mastery. Section 1. Why most people will never be free, and why that's your advantage. Most people. They live in a mental prison, not made of steel bars, but opinions, validation, comfort, dopamine. They scroll, consume, compare, but rarely think. They rarely sit in silence and just face themselves. Because to do so would reveal the chains they've been dragging their whole lives. Seneca said, "Most powerful is he who has himself in his own power." Let that sink in. You can't control the economy. You can't control how others treat you, but you can control you. And that's the ultimate freedom. Now here's where dark psychology enters the picture. Most people unconsciously seek slavery. They crave someone else to blame. They need to be told what to do because responsibility is terrifying. Freedom isn't popular, it's painful. They are addicted to attention. You're learning to be addicted to discipline. You don't seek applause, you seek results. And that's rare. It's what makes you dangerous. Comment this now. Silence is my shield. Focus is my sword. Say it again. Say it like you mean it. You're not here to play the same game as the masses. You're here to master your own damn reality. Drop a like if this resonates. This is more than motivation. This is mental warfare. This is Stoic Mastery. Let's break this deeper. When you stop caring about being liked, you become free. When you no longer chase validation, your mind becomes sharp. When you remove the need to be understood, your energy becomes unshakable. That's why most people will never be free. They are tied to external forces, likes, followers, gossip, trends. They fear being alone, but being alone is your training ground. In solitude, you meet the real you, and in that meeting, there is power. When you stop answering every notification, when you delete the apps that drain your soul, when you use pain as fuel and not as an excuse, you separate yourself from the weak. People will call it arrogance. They'll call it cold, but it's not. It's focus. It's freedom. It's mastery. They trade purpose for pleasure. You're trading pleasure for power. This is the game now. You versus you. Your lower self versus the disciplined self. The version of you that wants to escape versus the version that wants to evolve. So comment again, louder this time. Silence is my shield. Focus is my sword. Let it echo in your mind. Let it brand itself on your discipline. And if this message hits your core, if you're feeling the shift, smash that like. Subscribe to Stoic Mastery right now. Turn on all notifications, because what's coming next will rebuild your mind from the ground up. Section 2. The enemy. Within, your mind is the battlefield. Before you can conquer anything external, before you can master your body, your finances, or your relationships, you must first wage war within. Your mind is the battlefield, and if you don't control it, it will control you. The greatest enemy you will ever face is not the world, it's the thoughts that arise in your own head, the distractions, the doubts, the emotions that seem so real, but are nothing but illusions. And if you don't learn to fight them, they will destroy everything you want to build. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor, understood this better than anyone. He said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. That is your first secret weapon, awareness. The enemy within is subtle. It doesn't attack you all at once. It strikes with small whispers. Just one more hour of sleep. Just one more hour of scrolling. It's okay if you don't work out today. You deserve a break. These are the seeds of failure. These are the thoughts that, if nurtured, grow into the habits that destroy your future. The modern world is designed to feed you these distractions. Social media is engineered to keep your mind in a constant state of anticipation. You can't sit still for 5 minutes without feeling the urge to check your phone, right? That's the enemy. The distractions are the chains, and when you let them control you, they rob you of your most powerful tool, your willpower. Think about this. The average person spends over 3 hours a day on their phone. That's 3 hours they could spend mastering a skill, working on their body, improving their mind. But no, they feed the beast. They let their attention be stolen by meaningless notifications, viral memes, and endless updates. That's the comfort that shackles them, and it's the same comfort that keeps you from mastering yourself. But here's the twist. The more silent you become, the stronger your mind grows. Comment now. I take control. My mind is my weapon. Post it below. Let it serve as a reminder that you are the one in charge of your thoughts, not your environment. You're learning to master your inner world before you ever try to change the outer one. And if this resonates, drop a like, because we're diving deep into the art of mastery here. This isn't your typical motivational content. This is about mental warfare. The Stoics knew that control over your mind is the ultimate freedom. You are not your thoughts. You are the observer of your thoughts. When a negative thought arises, when that voice tells you you're not good enough, not worthy enough, not capable enough, you can either surrender to it or you can destroy it. You don't have to act on every impulse. You don't have to believe every thought. The battle isn't won in one moment. It's won in small, consistent victories. Every time you catch yourself about to procrastinate and you choose action instead, you've won. Every time you choose the discomfort of hard work over the comfort of distraction, you've won. Every time you silence the negative thoughts and remind yourself of your purpose, you've won. The ancient warriors knew that their greatest weapon wasn't their strength, it was their discipline. They mastered their minds, their bodies, their emotions, and that's what you're doing here. You're building a fortress inside your skull. The pain you feel today, the struggle you endure, it's nothing compared to the rewards that await when you conquer your mind. Because once you control your mind, you control everything. Comment again. I take control. My mind is my weapon. Let that be your mantra. It's the path to becoming untouchable. And if you're ready to continue this journey, to master your mind and your life, hit that like button, subscribe to Stoic Mastery, and turn on your notifications. Because we've only just begun to reveal the secrets that will transform your reality. Section 3, the law of silence. Power resides in mystery. Footage of a person walking alone through a quiet, empty street at dusk. The city behind them illuminated, but still, their footsteps are the only sound. Narration. In a world obsessed with noise, there is immense power in silence. Most people can't handle silence. They think it's uncomfortable, even dangerous. But what they don't realize is that silence is your weapon. It's the ultimate tool of control and mastery. You see, the more you speak, the more you reveal. And when you reveal everything, you give away your power. The Stoics understood this deeply. Epictetus said, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." Let that sink in. The more you speak, the more others can learn about you. Your thoughts, your insecurities, your weaknesses. And the more they learn, the more power they gain over you. This is the paradox of modern life. The more you try to connect, the more you expose yourself. But silence holds power. Silence is mystery. There's an old saying, the less you reveal, the more people can wonder. When you're silent, you hold a certain mystique. People can't read you. They can't predict you. And in that unpredictability, there is control. In the world of dark psychology, silence is one of the most potent tools to wield. When you don't reveal your plans, your feelings, your intentions, You become an enigma. People can't use your own words against you if you never speak them. But silence doesn't mean weakness. It means power in reserve. It means you're not wasting your energy on words that don't matter. You're not engaging in unnecessary drama, gossip, or validation. In fact, the most powerful people in history were the ones who spoke the least. They didn't need to shout from the rooftops. Their actions spoke for them. Think about this. When someone asks for your opinion, do you always feel the need to answer? When people gossip, do you jump in and join the conversation? Or do you stay silent, letting them expose themselves while you remain unmoved? You see, true strength lies in restraint. The more you talk, the more you expose yourself. But when you speak only when necessary, only when it matters, that's when people listen. The Stoics weren't loud. They didn't scream their wisdom for the world to hear. They spoke only when it could bring value or clarity, never for the sake of being heard. Their power lay in the stillness of their being, their capacity for calm under pressure, and their mastery over their emotions. Comment now. Silence speaks louder than words. Post it below. Because you're understanding that power lies in what you don't say. If you're feeling the weight of these words, drop a like. Silence isn't weakness, it's strategy. In a world where everyone's screaming for attention, the one who chooses silence holds all the cards. And silence isn't just about what you say, it's also about how you think. Your inner world must be silent in the same way. Your emotions, your desires, your impulses, they must be disciplined. A mind that is constantly cluttered with chaos will never find the clarity it needs to succeed. But a mind that is still, that doesn't react to every storm, will find its way through any darkness. This is the core of Stoic mastery, the ability to remain composed, to let the world be loud while you stay quiet, and to let your actions speak louder than your words ever could. Comment again. Silence speaks louder than words. This is the law of silence. Embrace it. If you found this lesson valuable, hit like, subscribe to Stoic Mastery, and turn on the notifications. The wisdom of silence will lead you down a path to power you've never imagined. Section 4. The Stoic Code. Control what you can, destroy what you must. There is a code that has been passed down through generations of warriors, emperors, and philosophers. It's the Stoic Code, and it's a code you must live by if you want to be truly free. The Stoics believed that life is full of challenges, obstacles, and things outside our control. But here's the secret. They didn't care about what was outside their control. They focused on what they could control. You can't control the weather. You can't control how others treat you. You can't control fate, chance, or the opinions of the world. But you can control yourself. You can control your reactions. You can control your actions. You can control your mindset. The Stoic Emperor, Marcus Aurelius, wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This is the foundation of the Stoic Code. You are not a victim of the world. You are master of how you respond to it. So, here's the rule. Control what you can, destroy what you must. Let's break this down. 1. Control what you can. Your mind is the only thing you can truly control, and it's the most powerful tool you have. How you think, how you react, how you approach adversity. When life throws challenges your way, you choose how to respond. Will you let fear dictate your actions? Will you let anger cloud your judgment? Or will you remain calm, composed, and deliberate, choosing your next move with wisdom? The Stoics believed that emotions are like storms. They come and go. But you don't have to be swept away by them. You can learn to let them pass without losing your footing. Imagine you're faced with a problem, a person who insults you, a situation that's unfair, a failure that stings. What do? You don't react. You choose how to respond. You ask yourself, what can I control here? What can I learn from this? How can I grow from this challenge? When you stop letting external events control you, you become unstoppable. You remain steady, no matter how violent the storm rages around you. Comment now. I control my thoughts, my actions, and my destiny. Post it below. You're taking control. You're shaping your own reality. If this resonates with you, smash that like button. This is the power of Stoic mastery. 2. Destroy what you must. Now, here's the dark side of the Stoic code. Destroy what you must. What does this mean? It means eliminating distractions. It means destroying your weaknesses. It means cutting off toxic influences, behaviors, and habits that hold you back from greatness. The Stoics didn't believe in half measures. If something was in the way of their goal, if it didn't align with their purpose, it had to go. They didn't waste time with excuses. They didn't indulge in what was holding them back. They destroyed it. What do you need to destroy in your life? Maybe it's the distractions that pull you away from your focus. Maybe it's the toxic people who drain your energy. Maybe it's the excuses you make to avoid doing the hard work. Whatever it is, destroy it. Cut it out. Remove it from your life and make room for what matters. You have to purge what doesn't serve you. Burn away the impurities until all that's left is the focused, powerful you. The Stoics didn't waste time with anything that didn't contribute to their growth, their purpose, or their peace. They were ruthless in their discipline. They didn't let distractions or weaknesses define them. They conquered themselves, and in doing so, they conquered life. Comment again. I destroy my weaknesses. I focus on my greatness. Post it below, because you're taking action. You're purging the distractions. If this hits home, like this video. Subscribe to Stoic Mastery and turn on the notifications. The Stoic Code will transform your mind. Section 5. Dark Psychology of Detachment. How to become emotionally untouchable. In a world that thrives on chaos and emotional volatility, the greatest strength you can possess is detachment. You see, emotions are powerful forces. They can drive you to greatness, but they can also pull you into the deepest of lows. And if you allow them to control you, they will become your weakness. This is where the dark psychology of detachment comes into play. The truth is, the world will try to make you react. People will try to provoke you. Life will throw challenges that test your every nerve. But when you are emotionally untouchable, when you have mastered the art of detachment, you are no longer at the mercy of the world. Detachment isn't about ignoring your emotions. It's about choosing not to be controlled by them. It's about responding instead of reacting. You can't control what happens to you, but you can control how you respond. Comment now. I am the master of my emotions. Write it down. Own it. Your emotional strength is your greatest weapon. If this message hits home, drop a like. Because becoming emotionally untouchable isn't just an idea. It's a way of life. The Stoics believed that emotions, like storms, come and go. But it's not the storm that defines you. It's how you ride through it. Take Marcus Aurelius, for example, the most powerful emperor in history, yet he was known for his stoic calm. No matter the crisis, no matter the threat to his empire, Marcus remained unshaken. Why? Because he understood the secret to detachment. You can't let anything outside of you take away your peace. It's the difference between being a leaf caught in the wind, being tossed and turned by the whims of life, and being the tree that stands tall, unbothered by the storms that rage around it. Now let's take this deeper. The dark psychology of detachment. When you detach, you remove yourself from the emotional games people play. You stop seeking validation from others. You stop reacting to insults, to criticism, to drama. You stop caring what other people think. When someone tries to provoke you, you simply smile. When the world throws challenges your way, you remain calm. And when people try to pull you into their chaos, you refuse to engage. This level of detachment gives you unparalleled control over your life. Because here's the thing, the world is full of emotional vampires. People who will try to feed off your energy. They want to pull you into their negativity. They want to get you to react. But when you choose detachment, you stop giving them that power. You stop letting others dictate your mood. You stop letting external events control your state of mind. You are no longer a puppet. You are the puppeteer. In the darkest moments, in the most challenging times, detachment allows you to rise above the noise. You don't get caught up in the drama. You don't spiral into rage or frustration. Instead, you stay centered, focused, and unmovable. Comment now. I am the master of my emotions. Say it. Live it. This is the key to emotional power. If this has resonated with you, hit that like. Subscribe to Stoic Mastery and turn on notifications. Because emotional mastery is just the beginning. Your mind is about to become unshakable. Section 6. The power of obsession. Becoming relentlessly focused. In the modern world, we're told that balance is the key to success, that we should be well-rounded, that we should avoid becoming too obsessed with anything. But here's the truth. Obsession is the path to greatness. The word obsession is often misunderstood. People view it as something negative, as something that makes you lose control. But the reality is, obsession is what separates the mediocre from the extraordinary. Obsession is the fuel that drives the truly successful. It's what makes people wake up at 4 a.m. to train, to study, to work, when everyone else is still sleeping. It's the relentless, unyielding desire to become the best at something, no matter the sacrifice. Comment now. I am obsessed with my greatness. Drop that in the comments. Let it be a reminder that your focus will shape your future. If you're feeling the fire, hit that like button. Because obsession is the secret weapon of those who master themselves. The Stoics knew this power well. They understood that to master your destiny, you need to be relentlessly focused on your goals. It's not enough to casually pursue success or personal growth. You have to obsess over it, to make it your single-minded mission. Marcus Aurelius himself was a master of obsession. He wasn't just concerned with ruling an empire. He was obsessed with improving his mind, his soul, his character. Every single day, he meditated on how he could grow as a person. His thoughts, his actions, his decisions were obsessed with virtue and wisdom. This is where you must start. You must choose what you're going to obsess over. What are you willing to sacrifice for greatness? What is your ultimate mission in life? The power of focused obsession. Obsession gives you clarity. It strips away the distractions that fill the average person's life. When you're obsessed with something, a goal, a purpose, a vision, everything else becomes irrelevant. You no longer get distracted by drama, by small talk, by trivial problems. Your mind becomes laser-focused on the one thing that truly matters. Think about the top performers in any field, the greatest athletes, the most successful entrepreneurs, the most influential artists. What sets them apart? They're obsessed. They don't check their phones constantly. They don't waste their time on things that don't move them closer to their goal. Every minute of their day is dedicated to their craft. Their obsession is what makes them great. The Stoic approach to obsession. The Stoics didn't shy away from intensity. They understood that greatness demands sacrifice. You must be willing to give everything, your time, your energy, your focus, to your mission. If you're not willing to obsess over something, then you're not truly committed. Epictetus, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, said, "If you want to improve, be content to be thought a fool in the eyes of the world." This is the heart of obsession. It's being willing to go all in, even if it means being misunderstood by others. The world won't understand why you wake up at 4 a.m. They won't understand why you sacrifice your weekends to work on your craft. But you understand. Because you're obsessed. Comment now. I am obsessed with my greatness. This is your declaration. You are making the choice to obsess over your success, your mastery, and your growth. If you're feeling the fire in your soul, hit that like. And don't forget to subscribe to Stoic Mastery and turn on your notifications. This obsession will lead you to levels of success most can't even imagine. Section 7. The final secret. Immortality through legacy. We all live with the knowledge that time is fleeting. Our days are numbered. But what if I told you that you have the power to become immortal, not through fame, not through wealth, but through legacy? Legacy is the key to true immortality. It's the one thing that survives beyond the grave, the one thing that continues to echo through the generations. The Stoics, despite their belief in living in harmony with nature and accepting the inevitable end of life, understood the profound power of leaving behind something meaningful. They didn't care for immortal fame or glory in the traditional sense. What mattered to them was purpose, virtue, and the impact they left on the world. You see, legacy isn't about leaving your name etched in marble. It's about leaving your ideas, your values, your principles for others to carry forward. Comment now. I will leave a legacy that echoes through time. Say it. Declare it. You're not just living for today, you're living for eternity. If this resonates with you, hit that like button, because the true immortality comes from what we leave behind. The Stoic view on legacy. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor, lived by one principle. What we do now echoes in eternity. Everything you do, every decision you make, every action you take, it has the potential to shape the world, but only if you live with intention. The Stoics were deeply concerned with how their actions would affect the world and those who came after them. They weren't obsessed with wealth or fame. They were obsessed with virtue and wisdom. Their legacy wasn't measured in material possessions or grand monuments. It was measured in the lessons they taught, the strength they displayed, and the wisdom they imparted. When you live with purpose, when you live with a clear sense of what matters, your legacy becomes your immortality. It's the one thing that can never be taken from you. It lives on in those you inspire, in the impact you make, in the ripple effect of your actions. How to build your legacy. Building a legacy is a slow process. It requires focus, discipline, and consistency. But it starts with one thing: living according to your values. What do you stand for? What do you want to leave behind? When you live by your principles, when you embody the values that matter most to you, you set the stage for a legacy that will echo for centuries. You don't need to be famous for it. You don't need to be wealthy. What matters is how you live each day with purpose and intention. The world doesn't need more people chasing fame or accolades. It needs more people who live with integrity, who pursue wisdom, and who leave behind a trail of excellence. Comment again. I am building a legacy that will last forever. You are committing to a life of purpose, and that purpose will echo long after you're gone. If you're ready to leave your mark, hit that like button. Subscribe to Stoic Mastery and turn on your notifications. Your legacy begins today. And with that, remember, you are the master of your destiny. You are the architect of your future. Your legacy is the greatest monument you will ever build. Stay focused, stay disciplined, stay true to your path, because in the end, only the greatest leave a legacy that lasts forever. End credits.